Hello there, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper, coming to you once again. Thank you so much for the many emails that you've sent me and for the comments that you're making. I really, really appreciate you. I pray that this is good holidays for some of you, and I know for most of you it is not, because the narcissists and holidays are usually not a good match. Many of you have written me, and one thing you have talked to me about is the frustrated narcissist. They have gotten frustrated because you have stopped the amount of abuse that you're receiving from them. And they're angry at you. As a matter of fact, you take your car back and they're saying that you've been abusive with the car and they'll help you paying for the car. And the truth of it is you're doing most of the payments. Every now and then they may kick in the gear and help you pay a little bit on the car. But for the most part, you are paying the car, you are paying the insurance. But the narcissist is angry because they cannot control the vehicle like they used to control the vehicle, because you step up to the plate and saying, no, I am not going to allow that. And instead of you leaving the vehicle, you take the vehicle. So many narcissists get angry. Or if you had a bank account and they had the bank account card, they had Liberty with that card, and you've taken that card and you've saying, no, I'm going to be more discerning over how much goes out of this account and what goes out of this account. So the narcissist is extremely, extremely angry, fierce about the decision you're making, because they don't think that you have the right to make that a decision against them, even though it's your money, even though it's your car. Or you've asked them not to come back to the apartment or the house that you're living in because they're in and out, and you're saying, I can't keep taking this. I can't keep going through this. I'm tired of going through this. And so you just stay out. So the narcissists accuse you of being unfair when I am paying half the mortgage or half the apartment. And the truth of it is they're not. You are totally responsible for the apartment. You're bringing in all the food. You're paying the utilities bill. You're taking care of the washer, dryer. You're taking care of detergent. You're taking care of the insurance on the place. You're just taking care of things. And the narcissist has got frustrated. And a frustrated narcissist is a miserable narcissist. And a miserable narcissist make everybody around them miserable. And so usually what happened in this instance, when they're frustrated, they automatically go to a smear campaign. He calls your mom and tell your mom you're not treating them right. Calls your dad, tell your dad what he's doing. He's really helping. He said, but she act like she's forgetting things. And I don't know whether she's drinking. I keep finding alcohol bottles or drug bottles, and none of that is true. And so this gaslighting lies that they're telling, you're overhearing it, and you are saying you're lying on me. And so you talk to your parents, and your parents said, well, you have been acting strange. And you say, yeah, I've been acting strange because he's not helping me with the bills. And they tell you he said that he's helping you with the bill, and you're looking at them like, Mom, I just told you he's not helping me with the bill. And if I tell you he's not helping me with the bill, or she's not helping me with the bill, they're not doing it. But the narcissists, especially the covert and the somatic, they can be so charming, and they are just charming the people and telling what they did, and they're calling more, coming around more, and they go to the house and act as if they're crying and saying how much they love you, but they don't think you love them anymore. And then the mom call you and say, you got a good man, you got a good woman, what are you doing? It's hard to find somebody to be faithful, somebody that's going to take care of the kids, somebody that's going to love you. And they don't know that that person is a tyrant. And I mean, they're argumentative, they're gaslighting, they're lying through their teeth. They're totally devaluating you. And I mean, every devaluation. And sometimes they didn't tell that they stayed out all night. They didn't tell they didn't come home for 2 days or whatever. Another girl calling the phone, and you happen to pick up the phone and saw the number, and they said there was a co-worker. There's no co-workers. And now they put their phone face down and tell you not to touch what belongs to them, because they don't touch what belongs to you, but they go through your phone randomly at will. And so all of this is when the narcissists get frustrated. And when the narcissists get frustrated, that is a narcissistic injury. They are injured by you saying no to them because have a sense of entitlement and they feel like what you have belong to them and that they should not be denied anything you have and that you should be willing and freely give it to them, even though they don't share on the same line as what they're expecting you to share. Because the narcissist can be one way. You know, they're expecting for you to give, they're expecting for you to be free with whatever you have, but they're not free. They make up excuses. You're always begging, you always asking me. I put too much in and then I don't get enough out. This one should be for me. And you're like, what did you put in? They say, didn't you remember when I paid this? And they did not, because they're gaslighting, they're lying, and they did not pay that. And then they make you feel guilty. You know, I love to come home, but you harass me so, and you are always under my neck with stuff. And I'm not cheating. You never said anything about cheating. I'm not cheating. The narcissists would often tell off on themselves. So they start telling off on themselves. And you say, well, I didn't say you was cheating. You just did by saying you don't trust me. You don't trust me with the car. And you like, you don't put gas in the car. Every time I get the car back, it has no gas in it. You don't help me pay the insurance. And they like, because you know what I make. Yeah, but you spend everything. You go to the casino. You taking friends out. And so if you know that you don't have money, then you should give to the house. And so when you get frustrated and you get tired, the narcissist is not the only one frustrated. The narcissist is not the only one tired. You are just as tired as the narcissist. And then the holidays, boy, everything amp up. It's crazy. And you like, it is the holidays. It's getting ready to be Christmas. We haven't went shopping for the kids. You haven't bought nothing for me. I'm not buying anything for you. You don't deserve anything. And the kids, I gave you money. When did you give me money? I gave you money 2 weeks ago and you spent it. No, you did not give me money. You just don't recall. You just don't remember. Then where the money I gave you that was on the dresser? There was no money on the dresser. And they know that. And so now you are frustrated, but you've had enough. And you telling the narcissist, this is a no-go for me. You know, we're going to have to do something, or I need you to leave. I need you to give me back the keys of the car. And they won't. They won't give the keys. And when they put the keys down, you take it. And when you take the keys, they're looking for the keys like, I got to go here. How am I going to go to work? How you been going to work? You take the bus to work. You call your friend to work because you will not get the car. And so frustration has hit your house and the narcissist is angry and the narcissist is in a raging mode. They are a tyrant. They're calling you every name they can call you. They're making you feel bad. And when you try to sleep, the narcissist keep on. And then when you think you're making headway where they understand what they did, they word salad go all the way back to the beginning and you keep recycling the conversation. And you never reach a fruition of the conversation because the narcissist is frustrated. A frustrated narcissist can be really intense because they will keep on, even through the night, not letting you sleep, call your job, bugging your phone until you say, forget it, take the car. That's what they wanted. And they take the car and they do what you knew they would do with the car, in the car. And when they bring it back, there's no gas in it. Just what you said, just what you thought, just what you imagined is what they did. Frustration from a narcissist is no reason for you to compromise. Yes, it's intense. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, they gaslight. They devalue. Yes, they do smear campaigns. But if you don't make boundaries and stop removing the markers through a lack of impatience, a lack of accusation, a lack of just being tired, frustrated, this will continue. This is when the months add to years and the years add to more years. And you look back on your life and 20 years of your life is gone and nothing has changed. You keep upgrading to another car. The narcissists keep getting the keys to the car. And then when the narcissists finally get their own car, they don't want you to drive it. They don't want you to touch it. Then when something happens to the car, they need your car. And you go through the same system, same cycle. You have to set up boundaries. And you have to enforce those boundaries. And what you say, you must enforce what you say. And frustration, let that not be enough to cause you to remove those landmarks, to remove those boundaries. Stay with it and stay consistent. You said, but what if they leave? What if? Then you'll have a chance to recover. Peace. What if they stay and they want to get violent? You have the wisdom for the moment. You'll know how much to give and you'll know how much to take, especially when you've been with the narcissist. If they're malignant and they're violent, it's not worth you getting hurt over. But you have to come up with a plan, because either this is the rest of your life while they're there and they decide to discard, or you're going to have to make some boundaries and keep them, no matter how uncomfortable. And sometimes safety may be in departure. If you have to leave the house in order to be safe and the children to be safe, then you have to do the safety factors. What is best going to protect you? But you will spin out. Next thing you know, you are seriously in debt. And then still have the car fixed and still have gas put in the car because they're not going to do it, because they're not doing it. Make decisions of where you want your boundaries to be and enforce those boundaries, no matter how uncomfortable. But don't risk your life for them. Use wisdom. Enforce the boundaries. If necessary, for your life's sake, leave. And if you find that you have to go, you can call the domestic violence hotline. I wish I had the number with me, but we put it in the comments section. You can do this. You have to look out for you. You have to look out for your kids, your children. The narcissist frustrated is a very serious item, a very uncomfortable item, a very irritating item. No, they're not going to let it go. No, they're not going to change the subject. Yes, they want what they want, and they will not stop till they get it at any cost, at anybody's cost. So you say, I am living with a frustrated narcissist? No, the narcissist is living with frustrated supply. And you will determine where that marker goes. Because if it's difficult to pay for everything, you make decisions. If it's difficult to repair constantly, make decisions. But do it wisely. Not just for you, but for your children. I know this is very difficult during the holidays. But sometimes the narcissist is very intentional on making it quite difficult during the holidays. And you'll know after the holidays, it's like an overnight shift. They change because there's no reason to agitate, irritate. Because all of your joy and happiness is gone. Friends, fellowship, food, gone. And you go back into your norm. And the narcissist is just the narcissist. Is the narcissist back into their norm. So when the narcissist is irritated and agitated, know the limits of the narcissist. They're violent. Don't push them. Don't encourage arguments. Don't allow the kids to be uptight in the house because the narcissist has turned violent. Know that you can. Set up boundaries. Get police reports if you have to. Keep receipts if you have to. You may need them for court. Keep what you're doing. Write down the times you give the car, you give it back, and there's no gas in it. Write down the times you pay insurance. Make sure you got receipts. Car payments, have receipts. House payments, have receipts. Apartments, have receipts. Utilities, have receipts. And if you're doing the work, it will stand up in the court of law. I'm Helen Sadler, your destiny helper, and it's an honor and a privilege to come to you on these videos. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will push that bell on there, and every time I upload new content or come on live, you will be notified. I want you to know I appreciate every letter that you send. DestinyHelper12s@gmail.com. DestinyHelper12s@gmail.com. Every Process Lead to Freedom conference will be August 11th through the 14th in Chicago. And we will have that information by the end of December. And you can start saving and planning to attend this conference. I really, really appreciate it. I will be in Chicago. Dr. Carmen Bryan, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, that is on this channel also, will be in California. And it's going to be awesome. So look us up. You can look at Cluster B Free Karen under YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse with Dr. Carmen Bryan. Same forums, the N on MPD, the T on MPD with Telsha Edinburgh. I want you to join us, and it is awesome. Join us also Friday nights. My life is intentional with my daughter Kathy and myself, and we look forward to seeing you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Remember, once you set up the boundaries, enforce them, but do it very safely. I'm Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. See you on the next video.